Hasn't been a very good 24 hours for Disney, who had an earning call yesterday for their stockholders, and it was a very interesting time. We found out a couple of significant things. One, Disney Plus lost a lot of subscribers again, something like 4 million, and it's around the same time that Mandalorian Season 3 came out. That's kind of funny. So I think there's a lot of that we can talk about there. But before we get to that, I wanted to just touch on this Little Mermaid preview that dropped on May 9th from Entertainment Tonight. Everyone's been dunking on this. So they released this Under the Sea preview. I don't want to play the music, but you can kind of see it. It still looks bad. Not impressed at all by this. Nobody is. And they released some very clear pictures here. This one right here, right? Nothing too bad with these two, to be honest. But then they decided to put out this one, which is fine. This one's okay. But then you check the second one. E.T. released this. Entertainment Tonight released this. I want to be very clear on that. This is not photoshopped. This is not changed in some editor. This is released officially from Disney because Entertainment Tonight has it. So they gave it to them. Who the hell thought it would be a good idea to release this should probably lose their job. Because unless this was done intentionally for memes, because maybe they want to lean into that, I don't know. They think it might help it. I can tell you that this is better than the one that I've been using, so I'll be replacing it with this now forever. Because this is nice and clear, unlike the one I had to use that was still funny. I've used it on like every Little Mermaid video. Thank you, Disney, for this gift. I will accept it. And the dunking that people have been doing on this has been really funny. You can see the memes already coming in. Rolling in, zooming in on her eye there. It looks really strange. A lot of people just dunking on it. And you have to go down a little bit, but eventually we see people starting to say, why'd you do this? Delete this account. Who signed off on this? How much is Illumination paying you? I think it's funny. It looks terrible. Thank you for this. Sincerely, the internet. Are you trying to make her look bad? This is so shady. People are saying, delete this. What WTF? This has to be satire. The internet laughing. Got Arnold there. I don't know. This has to have been intentional to put this out like this. So I don't know what they were thinking with this one. Maybe they're going with no press is bad press here. I don't know. But Disney needs more good press than they need bad press at the moment. Well, let's get into some stuff with Disney. So the big news was them losing a lot of subscribers, trying to make a lot of spin. They are merging Hulu and Disney Plus into the one app. I think that's honestly a smart idea, though I wonder if they're going to use that to try to hide numbers or something, because Disney is really shady lately. I say lately, they always kind of have been, but lately it's been worse than ever. You know, another funny thing they did was at the start of the call is they thank and congratulate Universal on Super Mario Brothers and try to make it sound like that was a win for them too. It's like, really? No, they made that much money because you kind of dropped the ball. And Illumination has built up a lot of trust by putting out a lot of just really good family-friendly movies, while you guys put out a lot of bullshit identity politics in your family films. It's so bad, it's almost to the point now where you as a parent need to screen their movies before you watch them. You can't just pop a Disney movie in and let it roll and watch it for the first time with your kids. You need to watch it first, and then you can maybe watch it with them. That's a problem. That's a problem. With Illumination so far, I haven't seen that you need to do that. So Disney's kind of lost that family brand, which is, that's the brand that keeps on. This is what's weird with them going in with this identity trip is, these people aren't going to have kids. So once they age out, it's over. But the good thing about the family market is if you can build up a name that's trusted, when those kids grow up and have their own families, they'll take their kids to see it, and it's a cycle that repeats itself. You don't get it with the identity crowd because most of them don't have kids. So, it's just something to think about. Illumination, I would bet more on them. I think Universal is going to overthrow Disney's status as the family brand over time. I mean, they have all the things that Disney does, particularly a park. And I got to tell you, I've been to both. Universal's park is a lot cleaner, a lot nicer, and a lot more up to date. I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. Going to Disneyland or Disney World is like walking into a time capsule, particularly the Magic Kingdom, their main attraction. It's like walking into something from the 1960s. So they need to do something. Now, they said they're going to renovate their park. They need to. It's dirty and run down looking. At least last time I was there, it looked bad. I don't know if there'll be a next time. I really care less about going to any of the Disney parks, to be honest, unless I'm going to Epcot to drink around the world. That's the adult amusement park. And that's an expensive ride, drinking around the world. For those of you that know what I'm talking about, tell me if you've ever drank around the world, let me know. But yeah, so Disney, this is what was funny. Bob Iger admits we've spent a lot of money on content that is not necessarily driving our sub growth. And then it's like, oh, really? You're actually admitting that? You're admitting that you've made a lot of he says they've made a lot of content and marketed a lot of content that has not driven sub growth. Oh, really? You think so? Like Willow? Willow, the show everyone stopped watching because it's a garbage identity politics 101 show. Every show they've made has been shit since Disney Plus started. All that Marvel crap they've put out, none of that helped grow their little streaming project. And now they're forced to admit it. That's what's great about this. Now, they say that they think they'll turn back to a profit like next year. I don't think that that's going to happen because it really doesn't seem like they've learned anything. If anything, they just double down on calling you a racist if you don't like their shit again, like they're doing with Little Mermaid. What's the media already been doing? Calling you a bigot if you don't like that garbage movie. They just triple down on the same old crap. Anyway, it was just fun. Like, I love that they admit that their content is not driving sub growth. So we look to reduce content spend. We're looking to reduce it in a way that should not have any impact on the subs at all, he asserted. We believe there is an opportunity for us focus on more real sub drivers. Oh, you're going to make good content now, huh? As we grow the business in terms of the global footprint, we realize that we made a lot of content that is not necessarily driving sub growth, and we're getting much more surgical about what it is we make. We'll see. Another thing they're going to do, by the way, is take a lot of content off of their platform, just like Warner did. Remember when that happened? Now, here's how you can tell just how biased the media is towards them, and how they treat Disney. Take a look at this. I encourage you to check the headlines over the next couple of days. Remember when Warner removed all of their content? They called, this is anti-consumer. Why are they removing this content, these bigots? Because they were removing stuff that nobody was watching, and a lot of it was woke shit. Not all of it, but some of it was. And there were so many articles demonizing them and hating on them and calling them backwards thinking and all this shit. And now Disney openly says they're going to do the same thing in an earnings call. They said a lot of content's going to get removed. And I saw one headline called it a strategic move. This is the bullshit that Disney is the oligarch of entertainment. They get so much back patting from the press, it's insane. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video, comment below, hit that notification bell, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.